Hi Gemini, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is your weekly general tarot reading. All the housekeeping stuff like decks and how to book a personal reading and everything are all down below. It kind of feels like somebody's trying to win at any cost, or that they have to always win. It's like a 11 Tenerife. No, if I've been to Tenerife, you've been to 11 Tenerife. It's kind of that energy. And you're kind of done with it and you're kind of moving past that this week, and I kind of really like that. And if it's you that's in that energy where everything's competitive, you're going to lose people over it. They are literally going to move on away from you this week. So it's just about looking at the energy around you and going, is this healthy, or is this a case of one-upmanship? Somebody's always got to win, they've always got to win. Maybe it's worth just taking a step away from that energy for a while. Let's see what we've got for this week. There we go. Two of Swords, blocked energy, blocked decision making for sure. You don't know what to do because somebody's whispering in your ear. Somebody's whispering poison in your ear. It's either poison or you're gonna. It's almost like you go, well, a little birdie told me, da 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 da. But the fact that you've listened to it rather than trusting your own instincts and your own experience with this person, it's kind of blocked you progressing with them, or within an environment. Something's blocking it. It's something somebody said, but it's blocking you progressing with either an application or movement forward. You've literally taken one person's story and that's made your entire decision, rather than even looking at the evidence necessarily. But again, that could be tied with that one-upmanship, like, well, if I can't have you, no one can. So they're kind of poising it, or if you can't, if you're not gonna, if I can't have it, you're not having it, kind of thing. Like, oh, I don't know. And they just kind of, they're whispering, but in order to stall you from moving forward to make themselves feel better. But yeah, it's just being mindful that you control your decision making at the end of the day. You should be getting all the information in before making a decision, rather than just hearing one side. There are two sides to every story is what I'm also hearing. There's two sides to every story and you've only heard one, and you've made up this whole judgment and decision based on that. And you kind of need to get more info before you go making those judgments. Strength card is here. It really feels like whoever it is pouring poison in the ear or trying to sway your decision. I think you're going to have to set boundaries with them. That's going to take an element of that strength. Also going against, because I think they're quite passionate with the way they're saying it. That's why it's swaying you. But it's going to take strength to stand, because I really feel like what they're saying to you, although I think they believe that they're doing it for your own good, like they're trying to stop you from a pitfall, I don't think they are. I think the underlying energy is that they're trying to stall you in order so you don't race ahead with something, or you don't win. But like they kind of want what you're going for, so it's kind of like putting someone off until you've saved like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like they're saving for a car and you're like, oh, I'm going to go and buy a car this weekend. And they go, oh, no, don't, because there'll be a deal next month or whatever. And that's because they'll also have enough money next month to go and buy it too. It's that kind of, well, why? No, because if I want it. So why should you have it before me? So I'm going to tell you this to stop you moving forward to get that. I don't know. I just feel like do your own thing. You don't have to. And it's always like you're like, oh yeah, no, that's a good point. And then that kind of offer doesn't turn up, and then you're like, well, why did I listen to them? I could have had it a month earlier. But yeah, have the strength to make your decision to move forward, even if it's against one person's very passionate, strong story. You can only go on the evidence that you have, and only you can make that decision. You shouldn't just let someone sway you with what they're saying. Yeah, you know what you need to do. The High Priestess is there. The High Priestess also doesn't get involved in drama. So I don't know if, again, with the drama, you're like, I don't know what to do. It just really feels like somebody's trying to stall somebody's energy. It just feels like you need to kind of rise above and be outside of drama. If you want to go and buy a car and you're happy to pay the price that's there right now, who cares if there's a deal next month? Go and buy the car. Because even if you rang the garage and said, is there an offer next month? And they'll go, no. But that doesn't mean that they will, and that doesn't mean that they won't. They want to sell the car for that price today. So But yeah, I think you kind of get the vibe that it's coming from that place, and you kind of just need to trust your instincts. You know what the right thing to do is. That's what the High Priestess is all about. You just have to have the strength to follow your convictions of what it is you want to do. But yeah, it really feels like you don't want drama. You know what you need to do. You're like, oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. So I don't know whether someone has like a hissy fit to stop you doing something. You're like, I don't need the drama. But someone's having a hissy fit because you've put a boundary somewhere and they're not happy with where that boundary is, or you've made a plan in place and they're not happy. It reflects their behaviour. It reflects their position, not yours, and how you've acted. Yeah, I really get just like there's a decision to be made and someone's trying to stop you moving forward with it. But what you need to do is just move forward and what serves you best. Pull everything you need together in order to move forward. And if it serves you best to go and do what you want to do, go and do it. It just feels like, yes, they want to do it badly. I get that. And they, whatever it is, it kind of feels like they think it's a race, but you're just like, well, I just want to buy a car. And they're like, but if I buy a car after you, it'll look like I'm copying you. Or if I do that, if I get engaged now, it'll look like I'm getting engaged because you got engaged. Or there's an element of competition that they're not, it's not a competition, but they see it as a competition for whatever reason. But yeah, so it feels a bit ugh. But just, yeah, rise above it, do your own thing. It just feels like they always have to win, but they don't have to always win. And if you want to do what you want to do, go and do it, because that's just not healthy that somebody would do that. Would block your progress. If that's a friend, then a true friend would be encouraging you forward to progress. They would not be stalling you, in my opinion. Anyway, I hope that is of some use to you, Gemini. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye for now.